So hey guys, I wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I worked an 8-hour shift today, so I just want to take my makeup off when I got home. I was just so tired. But I will show you guys a clip of what I was wearing. So I primed my eyes with my Anastasia eye primer and then just, of course, used my Dewdrop lip oil. And then I set my eyes with my Urban Decay Stay Naked powder. And then for my eyeshadow palette, I wanted to go in with the Nomad Akavango Safari palette. As much as I actually complained about this palette, this is actually my most used Nomad palette probably this year. Because I finally finished using all the shimmers twice in here. And I have to say I like it a lot better than I thought I would. It's still like not my absolute favorite shimmer-wise, but it's definitely the most wearable Nomad palette that I own. So I'm going to reach for it a lot. I like it, but I'm not in love with it. But I loved the green look that I did today because I really wanted to do that look again. So I used Vumbura Plains in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Chief's Island. And then I used Honking Hippos on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I used Nile Crocodiles. And that was about it. And then I just used Keystone Termites on the inner corners. That's all I used from the palette. And of course, I just used Blanc Type on the brow bone, and then I used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Aglow on the waterline. It's like this green metallic one. Honestly, I don't really care for the ColourPop gel liners. I don't think I'm going to ever get any more again because even though they reformulated them, I really don't think they're that great still. Like, I don't know why everybody raves about them. I just don't like them at all. They're okay, but like I could get better pigmented ones from LA Girl that are like actually like $3 or $4 each, so I might just get those. And then for my mascara, I just used this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes mascara. I actually didn't realize that this was kind of open before, so it was like a little bit dried out today, but I just pulled whatever I haven't used in a little while, and it just so happened to be on top, so that's what I used. And of course, I used my Lash Discovery by Maybelline on the bottom lashes. And then for my face, I primed my face with the Do It spray and then the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer as per usual, or Power Grip Primer, whatever the fuck it's called. I always forget the name. And then for the foundation, I went in with my YSL All Hours foundation in the shade B10 Porcelain. This held up like a champ today. It's such a good foundation. I love it so much. And I was wearing it for like 8 hours plus. And then for my concealer, I used the Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie Concealer, and this looked really good today as well in the shade 10NN. This is still a really good concealer. It's the only concealer that I like besides the LYS concealer because Urban Decay kills it with concealers. And then I set my under eyes with the Pat McGrath Labs powder, and then I set my face with the Urban Decay Stay Naked powder. And then for my bronzer, I just didn't really have time to pick something, so I just went in with my tried and true Haus Labs Velvet Powder Bronzer. Velvet bronzer in the shade Light Level 1. I love this guy. I use it all the time, so I just went in with that. And then for my blush, I used an oldie but a goodie. I used the Marc Jacobs blush in the shade Flesh and Fantasy. I haven't used this in a hot minute, and I used to use this a lot more, so I was like, you know what? Kind of want to use this today. It kind of came off a bit more peachy tone than I was hoping because I need to wash my makeup brushes, but it's fine. And then for my highlighter, I just went in with the JD Glow highlighter in the shade Saks and Fifth. It's such a beautiful, like, greenish gold kind of highlighter. It's so stunning on the skin. And then I just set my face with my Milk Makeup setting spray. And then for my lips, if I could find my lippy in my bag. Oh my goodness, what is it? I'm pretty sure I didn't leave it at work. Where is it? Is this it? No, that's not it either. I can never find my lip product, I swear to God. And then I just set my brows with my, oh, there it is. With my ColourPop Brow Blush Gel. For some reason, I didn't go in with the e.l.f. one just because, like, I was running late this morning because I had to do a few things this morning before I got ready for work, and I just ran out of time. And then for my lips, I just used my ColourPop lip liner in the shade BFF. And then for my lipstick, I used the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Double Date, which is the newer one that I got. So I wanted to use this again. It's okay. It is very comfortable on the lips. but it can kind of make your lips look a little creepy. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys. So I wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I just got home from work. I'm a little tired, but I decided to tell you guys before I took it off this time because my mom and my brother are watching a show, so I have a little bit more time. Usually, like, when I get home from work, me and my mom watch NYPD Blue, or we watch like another show together. So usually, like, I'm rushing to take my makeup off and everything, and I just want to go and watch a show with her because I'm freaking tired. So I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I used the Dewdrop lip oil, of course, and then I set my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Powder, as per usual, when I go to work. And then for my eyeshadow, I wanted to use the Simply Posh Citrus Punch palette, and basically I just did the same look that I did like a couple of weeks ago when I went to my friend's pool, and I just used these 6 shades because I really wanted to use this shade on my lid again. And I also haven't used this palette in a little while, and I love this palette so much. I kind of get withdrawals when I don't use it because it's so good. It's definitely my favorite summer palette of the year. But what's funny is that the last time I wore this look, no one said anything about my eyeshadow. And then today, when I wore like kind of the reverse colors, I mean, it was basically the same thing. I just switched the lid shade and the inner corner shade. Nobody said anything. But I really love this color combo. I love how it looks. Maybe it's just a little bit too much for other people, but I don't care. I think it looks so pretty. So it's not like compliments make me like wear what makeup looks I want to wear. Like, I don't give a fuck. So it was just like interesting because like when I actually think my eyeshadow looks good though, that's when no one says anything, and when it looks like shit, that's when people compliment you. Like, I don't really get it sometimes. So anyway, I used Fizz in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with lemon, and then I used lime on the outer corners, and then for the lid I used the shade Tangy, which is the one that kind of gets a bit of hard pan, but honestly, they last so well on your lids because they're much more bindy. They do not transfer like pretty much at all. They're just so beautiful. So yeah, that's basically what I used. And then I took Citrus on the lower lash line, and then I used Sour on the inner corners. And I just love it. It's just a pretty, fun, light summer look, and it's just so pretty. I love this palette so much. So I definitely wanted to use that again. And then for my waterline, I just used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Aglow, the green one. And then for my mascara, I used the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water Mascara. And then I just used my Maybelline Lash Discovery as per usual on my bottom lashes. And then for my face, I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer, Power Grip Primer, whatever the fuck it's called. I always forget the name. And then for my foundation, I used the Dior Forever Skin Glow in the shade 00. It's just such a nice full coverage foundation. It lasted pretty well today. And then for my concealer, I used the Cover FX Power Play Concealer in the shade N Fair 2. And then to set my under eyes and everything, I went back in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder again because I was raving about this yesterday, so I wanted to use it again. And I'm in the lightest shade 05. And then for my bronzer, I used the Pat McGrath Labs bronzer in the shade Naked Desire. I just felt like using it today, so that's what we went in with. We love her. We love Miss Pat. And then for my blush, I went in with the other blush that I got from Clarity Cosmetics. They're just so pigmented. Like, there's so much kick up on the top. So this is the Pressed Pigment Blush in the shade Honey Mustard. But since they are so pigmented, this lasted so well today. And I thought it looked so pretty with this look. So I'm very impressed with these so far. But dang, they are pigmented. Just saying. You really need to go in with like a super light hand. And then for my highlight, I used the Kaleidos highlighter in the shade Solar Sailor just because it's a gorgeous like yellowy green. So I just wanted to use that. And then I just set my face with my Milk Makeup Spray. And then I just brushed through my brows through my e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I don't know where it is right now. I think it's in my bag. Well, it should be in my bag, obviously. My bag. My phone's in here too, literally everything. I didn't take anything out of my bag yet since I got back home from work. Like this is the most I've worked in so long. So I used the Makeup by Mario Lip Suede in the shade, oh, there's no shade on here. It's just like the lightest nude shade. I don't know why there's no shade name. But it's just like a light nude shade, and I thought it looked really pretty. So yeah, that's it. Bye! Okay, so hey there guys. I wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I'm so fucking exhausted right now because I went to the beach today and then I spent the rest of the night at my friend's house in her backyard. And it was really nice though. The beach was so much fun, but when you go to the beach, it really fucking exhausts you. Like being in the hot heat for all day today, because it wasn't just being at the beach for like 3 hours, but also then being outside at her house for hours and you're not in AC in such a hot day. It really takes a lot out of you because you're just in the heat all day. So yeah, I'm exhausted. So I want to tell you guys about my makeup look. So I primed my eyes with my ColourPop Party Proof Primer, and then I used the Dewdrop Lip Oil, and then I just set my eyes with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Powder. Even though I do my makeup for the beach, it lasts like maybe 2 hours, like me driving there and then me like sitting on the sand with my friends. And then as soon as I go in the water, like it splashes. It splashed like one side of my face today, so literally like half of the eyeshadow on one side wore off. And like literally like underneath my eyes too. So like I feel like next time I might not even wear makeup to the beach because there's really no point. Or I'll just wear mascara and like concealer and blush highlight and lipstick. I don't know if I'm going to wear eyeshadow next time. But anyway, so I used the Clarity Cosmetics I Love Coffee palette. I have not been able to tell you guys whether or not these shadows last long enough because literally I haven't had them on long enough yet to tell you guys, because the first time I like got upset around like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So by the time I got home, like I didn't know whether or not it lasted. And then today, since I was at the beach, like it just got splashed in the water. So anyway, I used cappuccino in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with espresso, and then I used decaf please on the outer corners again. And then for the lid, I used the shade Caramel Cream Frap. Again, a beautiful shimmer, gorgeous. And then for the brow bone, I used whipped cream. And then for the inner corners, I went in with iced coffee again. So just a really pretty palette, super easy neutral look to wear to the beach. So that was just really, really easy and simple. And then for my lids, for my liner, I just used the LA Girl liner in brown. And then for my mascara, I'm getting so sick of everything in this thing. It like drives me insane. I used the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water mascara. Is that what I used? Or did I use... Actually, no. I used the Item Beauty Lash Snack Lengthening Mascara. I really regret not getting a full size of this mascara because after they got discontinued out of Sephora, because this mascara is really, really good. This was definitely my favorite mascara besides the Cali Ray one when I tried that sample set, and I regret not getting a full size because it was only like 16 bucks. Then, of course, I primed my lashes with the Essence Lash Primer and used the Lash Discovery by Maybelline on the lower lashes. And then for my face, I'm so tired, so I'm talking really slow. I primed my face with the Fourth Ray Do It Spray, and then the Say Star Glow Super Gel Primer, of course. And then for my tinted moisturizer, I always use the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac tinted hydrator in the shade 10 Ultra Fair. I always use this when I'm outside for a long period of time, or when I go to the beach, or when I go to her house. It's just my favorite one, and it's just, you know, lasts all day. And then for my concealer, I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I actually haven't used this in a little while, so wanted to use that today, and it looked great as usual. And then to set my under eyes, I used the Maybelline Fit Me powder again because I was obsessed with this yesterday, so I wanted to use it again today. And then for my powder, I just used the ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder again, of course. And then for my bronzer, this thing came off like a while ago, but it's just a drugstore bronzer. It's a Wet n Wild bronzer, so I decided to go in with this today because I haven't used this in a little while, so I wanted to go in with this because I like this in the summertime. So this is the Wet n Wild Ticket to Brazil bronzer. It's really, really nice. And then for my blush, I also went in with a Wet n Wild blush. I wanted to use the other Color Icon blush that I have. It's, again, a very old blush, but I love it. This is the shade Rose Champagne, so I just wanted to go in with a neutral blush today, and it looked great. And then for my highlight, I used the Cali Ray Highlight Beach Gleamy Hybrid Fields Highlighter because I was going to the beach, so I wanted to use this. And it was super pretty. And then I just went through my brows with the ColourPop Brow Blush Gel. And then for my lips, oh, I actually put it in this one because I was just bringing like a small bag to the beach today, so just taking out all my bug stuff. I did get a little burnt at the beach too. That was totally my fault. And then for my lips, I just went in with my Ultra Glowing Lip from ColourPop in the shade, I think this is Adults Only. The shade name has worn off, but I don't think this is even available anymore. But I love this color. It's like a tinted peach. And I always use these when I go to the beach, these Ultra Glowing Lips. And then I just topped it off with the gloss from ColourPop. I really have been enjoying this one. This is like the third time I've went in with it already. And this is the Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Sugar Cookie. I need to go. I'm so tired. So yeah, bye. Okay, so hey there guys. I wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I did just respray my face, so it might look just a little bit dewy. Let's just powder that a little. And I think that'll be better. Yeah, perfect. Because I just got home from work, but my face was feeling like really dry, and I just like reapplied some stuff. Okay, that's definitely less shiny. So I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer. Oh my god, like everything is just driving me nuts. And then of course I used the Dewdrop lip oil, and then I set my eyes with the Dior Backstage powder. Sorry, I thought my mom was talking to me or something. I literally just got home and I'm just so tired. And then for my eyes, I used the Clarity Cosmetics I Love Coffee palette again because I wanted to go in with a neutral look again because I had to get up at 9:30 this morning because I had work at 10:30. So I used the same three mattes I used in the crease yesterday. I just changed up the lid shade and I just used a different inner corner shade. So it's pretty much almost the same. So I used Cappuccino in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with Espresso, and then I used Decaf Please on the outer corners, and then I went in with Caramel Cream Frap all over the lid, I believe. Or was it? No, I used Iced Coffee, and then I used that shade on my inner corners, Caramel Cream Frap. And then I used Cream No Sugar on the brow bone, and that's it, because I didn't really have time to smudge anything today. And then for my waterline, I just used my Makeup by Mario liner in the shade Brown, like I usually do. And then I went in with my Fenty Beauty mascara today, just because I kind of wanted to give this mascara another chance, but it really does end up transferring underneath my eyes, and it's just not really my favorite anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe I'll wear it occasionally, but I actually just went to Sephora and bought a shit ton of stuff that I wanted because, like I said, I did come into some money recently, so I wanted to spoil myself a little bit. And I also made an online order too. But now I am done. I bought so many blushes. I am done for blushes for the entire year. So I actually didn't buy any lip products. Why didn't I look at any lip products? There wasn't really any I was interested in lately, and I have plenty of lipsticks right now, so that's bizarre. I'm surprised. And then for my face, I prime my face with the dewy Fourth Ray Beauty Dude. Oh my god, the Fourth Ray Beauty Do It spray. I cannot talk right now. I'm so tired. And then of course my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And then for my foundation, I wanted to use the Makeup by Mario foundation in the shade 1C. This is the Surreal Skin Foundation. I love this foundation so much. It looks so good. And then for my concealer, I use the LYS Triple Fix Concealer in the shade LG3. I think the reason why it breaks up is because of the mascara. So I don't know, because it transfers and like the LYS concealer doesn't hold up as well. And then for my setting powder, I just use the Maybelline Fit Me powder again because I don't know, I've just been really into this one lately. And then I set my face again with the Dior Backstage powder, which I absolutely love. I'm trying to hit pan on this guy, so hopefully soon. And then for my bronzer, I used the Gucci bronzer in the shade 01 just because I wanted to use it today because I love this bronzer. And then I wanted to go in with my coinciding Gucci blush because I haven't used this in a while and I'm like, I need to whip it out. So I just wanted to use it today and it lasts so nicely on the skin and it still looks so good. And I've had this on since 10:30 in the morning and the pigment is still there. And this is the shade Tender Apricot. I almost picked up another one of these, but I didn't. But I really wanted to. Who is messaging me? And then for my highlight, I use the Makeup by Mario highlighter in the shade Pearl because I love this highlighter. I almost picked up the lighter shade today in store, but I was like, meh, I didn't really feel like it. And then I just set my face with the Anastasia Dewy Setting Spray, whatever this is called. And then I just set my brows with my e.l.f. Wow Brow as per usual. And then for my lips, I wanted to use a bunch of Makeup by Mario products today, so I went in with my Makeup by Mario lipstick in the shade Sierra. I love this lipstick. I don't think I've worn this since my sister's wedding, because this was actually the lipstick that I used for my sister's wedding. And then she put on the Fenty Beauty Fussy lip gloss on top, and it was so beautiful. I was like, girl after my own heart, loves Fenty Beauty lip glosses too. And that's it. And then I did wear like this summery dress today. It's super cute. But I also got a little bit sunburnt on my legs yesterday, so I couldn't wear jeans today. So I was like, I'll just wear a dress. And I've literally only worn this once to my friend's bridal shower before, like last year. So I was like, I need to wear it again. So yeah, that's it. Bye. It's only like a $13 dress though, but it's so cute. But no one said anything about my dress today. I was like, okay, I guess I look like shit. It's fine. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I'm going to tell you guys about my late makeup look for Sunday and for Tuesday. I haven't really been able to film any clips of what I've used lately because I ended up having another allergic reaction to a skincare product that I decided to try to incorporate back into my routine again because my skin has been doing really good over the past month or two, ever since I had the last reaction back in June. I was like, oh, let me see if I can try and use like a brightening product again because my skin was looking a little bit dull lately because the only things I've been using is the same three things, which is the Aveeno Foaming Cleanser, the Aquaphor, and the CeraVe SPF Moisturizer. And then at night, I'll just use the e.l.f. Moisturizer because it's just more hydrating at night. I ended up having to go to the urgent care Monday morning because my face literally was bright red and my eyes were so swollen, like around here, like they were like protruding out and they were like raised up because they were so red. And also my under eyes were all swollen, and then my face was so red and burning. It was awful. So, like, I noticed throughout the day on Sunday, because Sunday was the day that I decided to use my vitamin C serum in the morning. It's just so bizarre now because I've used that vitamin C serum for months. I really do think the first time that I had a allergic reaction, sorry, I'm going to talk a little bit in this video because I don't think I'm filming another clip of what makeup I'm wearing for another day. I'm not sure if I'm going to put on makeup today because my face got a little bit red after wearing makeup last night because I did go out yesterday. So I'm not sure. I might just wear mascara and a lip oil today. I might not put any face makeup on today. So yeah, went to the urgent care. They gave me everything that that they gave me the first time that I had an allergic reaction back in June. This one I think was definitely a lot more severe though, because this one is taking longer to clear up on my face. I mean, yesterday my face was way clearer because I, of course, could not wear makeup on Monday because my face was swollen like a fucking balloon. And then yesterday I didn't put makeup on until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I went and got my nails done around like 2 o'clock yesterday, and I got Barbie nails because I'm seeing Barbie tomorrow. So I want my face to be good to put on makeup to see that, obviously. So anyway, but when I took my makeup off last night, my face was a little bit red afterwards, like mostly on my cheeks. My eyes were fine, but my cheeks were red again. So it definitely went down more today because obviously I've just been soaking my face in Aquaphor any chance I get. So yeah. So for my makeup on Sunday, before my face swelled up like a balloon, I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I used the Dewdrop lip oil, and then I used the Dior Backstage powder to set my eyes. And then for my eyeshadow, I decided to go in with the ColourPop Hocus Pocus 2 palette because I actually hadn't used a ColourPop palette in quite a while, like at least 2 weeks. So, and for some reason this palette was just calling my name because I don't really get to use this palette enough really at all. And I was like, you know what, I really just want to use the oranges in here. So, because I wore an orange dress on Sunday because I also got sunburn on my legs last Friday when I went to the beach. So I had to work on Saturday and Sunday, and I really couldn't wear jeans to work because it was irritating my legs, and my legs were still pretty burnt the next day. I mean, it's going away now. It's going away slowly, but it's really not bothering me anymore. So I wore that orange dress, so I wanted to wear the orange peachy tones in here. So I just took like these 5 shades. So I used the shade Spellbook in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Doomed, and then I used Cometh to Us on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I used Marvelous, which is such a stunning like tangerine orange. And then I just put Blanc Type on the brow bone. And then for my inner corners, I just used the shade Candle is a Light. And that's everything that I used from this palette. Pretty easy, simple, peachy look. And then for my liner, I used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Peach Fuzz because I use this all the time and I just really wanted to use it. Or maybe, no, actually I used the Makeup by Mario brown liner because I knew I was going out after work because I was going out to dinner with my friend Chris and my friend Sarah. So I knew I wanted to wear a liner that just lasted a bit longer. So that's everything that I used. And then for my mascara, I actually used a new mascara. So I went and picked up a bunch of stuff from Sephora a couple of days ago because since I got some money lately, I wanted to splurge a little bit. But then, of course, like, I could only use that stuff on Sunday because Monday, like, literally I couldn't wear anything. All I wore was a lip oil on Monday. I used this new mascara. I know, a little bougie, but this is actually really, really good. So I picked up the Valentino Magnificent Striking Volume Mascara, and this is actually really good. I really like it so far. I mean, it is a more pricey one, and the packaging feels a bit cheap, but this makes my lashes so long, and so curled, and it just looked really good. So I am a pretty big fan of that so far. And then for my foundation and concealer, I actually picked up both of these at the same time, because I really wanted to pick up this concealer, but then I ended up picking up this foundation too, because I really wanted to get my Valentino foundation, but apparently they pulled them from Sephora's right now, so they don't have it available. So I decided to pick up the coinciding foundation with the concealer that just came out. So I got the Makeup Forever HD Skin Undetectable Stay True Foundation in the shade 1R02 R210. I am in love with this foundation, you guys. This is so lightweight on the skin, and it just feels like absolutely nothing. And the claim of it being like undetectable coverage really is true. It just makes your complexion look so naturally even and beautiful. It's a little bit, it's not quite dewy enough for what I love, but it makes my skin look so beautiful. And honestly, I just, spray my face to get the dew back in my skin. It just looks so good on the face. I am absolutely obsessed with this, excuse me. And I love it. It's so lightweight and so buildable. It just feels amazing on the skin, and it makes my skin look beautiful. And I'm also a big fan of the concealer as well. This is the Makeup Forever Smooth and Blur Undetectable Concealer. This concealer is so nice, you guys. I think that this is my favorite Makeup Forever concealer I've ever tried. I mean, I haven't really been too much of a fan of their concealers in the past, but this is so beautifully blendable underneath the eyes, but it adds like such nice coverage. I would say it's like a good medium coverage, but I think that it builds beautifully. It builds just as well as the foundation. I really am not like a huge fan of like coinciding concealers and foundations sometimes. I'll either love the foundation or hate the concealer, or love the concealer and don't really love the foundation. But it's been a long time where I've loved both products just as much as the other one. And this is so beautiful underneath the eyes. It blends out so well. I love this. So I highly recommend this concealer as well. I think anybody could wear this. I might even love this more than the LYS concealer, because I feel like this one doesn't crease as fast as the LYS one has been on my under eyes lately, which is weird because it used to not do that. But this is just really, really good. And then I set my under eyes with my Pat McGrath Labs powder, and then I just set my face again with the Dior powder. And then for my blush, bronzer, and highlights, I went in with 3 other new products. So I also got a new bronzer. So I went in with the Tower 28 Bronzino Illuminating Bronzer, and this is the shade Suncoast. I'm not sure if I'm using this properly because it was kind of really lightweight and sheer when I used it. I swear I've not been able to open like literally anything lately. So this is what it looks like. It's a very luminous bronzer. I've only used it that one day on Sunday, and it was really pretty and lightweight on my skin, but I feel like it just didn't do enough for me. This is like something that you should use like if you want something like really natural on like the really natural days. So I don't think I'm going to use it like when I work or and stuff like that. I'll probably just use it on days where I just want to wear really light makeup. But this all came in an online order that I got literally the morning of when I was getting ready for work. I ordered this on like a Thursday night, and it came Sunday morning, so it came pretty fast. So I wanted to try all 3 of these products before work. I was going to try a different blush that day, but then when this blush came, I'm like, I really want to use it. So I tried the new Give Feeling Cheeky Amplifying Blush Duo, and this is the Gwen Stefani Blush Duo in the shade Flirty Talk. So this is the one I used on Sunday, and this was so nice on the skin. It blends out so beautifully, and I just used both shades together, and I can't keep the compact open too long though, because the scent of this along with the coinciding highlighter, because I also picked up one of her highlighters as well. I haven't used it yet though, because I just, again, I'm not wearing like too much makeup right now. So I haven't really been able to try everything that I've gotten lately. I'm only trying gradually what I can when I put makeup on. But the lingering scent in these are quite strong. They're kind of smell like very like grandma, old lady-ish. But it lingers so much, like after you open the compact, even after you close it, you can still smell it very prominently. So I would just say, like, if you're sensitive to smells, just be careful with that. And then for my highlighter, I used the LYS Beauty Aim High Pressed Highlighter powder. Just give me a second. Okay, I was just checking something. And then for my highlighter, I picked this guy up because I actually saw Riri have this on one of her Shop My Stashes on her channel. And once I saw it, I'm like, I need that. So I picked up the LYS Aim High Pressed Powder Highlighter in the shade, I believe this one is called Brave. Yeah, Brave Champagne. This is really, really pretty on the skin. It's not too intense for if you're someone that doesn't love like a super intense highlighter. This is just so beautiful on the skin. It's not like super blinding, but it's definitely there, and it's just such a pretty, easy gold highlighter. It's so beautiful. I really have just been more curious about LYS products, so since I fell in love with their concealer, I'm like, that highlighter looks so pretty, and their products are very reasonably priced. I just love that it looks like a pizza box. And then I just set my face with my Milk Makeup Spray. I know I've been talking for like a century already. And then I just set my brows with my e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I think I just went in with, I don't even remember if I used a lip liner. I'm not sure if I had time or which one I actually used. I think I used my Pat McGrath Labs liner. I think I just used that one in the shade Structure. And then I went in with a new liquid lipstick. This is a liquid lipstick slash blush, liquid blush. So these are the new Valentino Lip and Blush Blur Liquid Matte colors. And this one's in the shade 115R After Club. And I decided to use this on my lips that day, and it's actually really nice on the lips. So this is the shade, like I said, it's the shade 115R, which is After Club, which I just said, and it's nice. But honestly, this packaging and this applicator reminds me exactly of the YSL liquid lipsticks that I picked up like 2 years ago. I only have one, but it's literally like the same applicator, and it almost has like the same exact scent to it, like that signature YSL scent. But I prefer the formula of the YSL one over this one. This one is still nice, but you have to dip your applicator into the tube like so many times to get product on your lips. It's like very it doesn't really pick up that well on the applicator, but it does apply nicely, and it does dry down, and it's very comfortable on the lips, and it did last a few hours, so it still stayed on, but it's just like takes longer to apply than the YSL one. The YSL one is very liquidy, but it dries down beautifully, and it's definitely more pigmented when you're applying it. So just keep that in mind if you were ever like interested in trying the new Valentino ones. And then, like I said, on Monday, I couldn't wear makeup at all. So, I'm just skipping to last night. So, I just did, like, the same thing that I usually do. Oh, and also I primed with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and then I just used my Do It spray as per usual on Sunday. On Tuesday, I, primed with my ColourPop Party Proof Primer just because I didn't want to use something too pigmented on my eyes because my eyes were still like, you know, a little sensitive, so I didn't want to put something on that was too pigmented to prime my eyes. And then I just used my Dewdrop Lip Oil, and then I set my eyes with the Dior powder again. And then for my eyeshadow, I decided to go in with the Odin's Eye and Batty Bean Planet Spirit palette because I did say that I wanted to use this more during the summer. So I got to dip into this again. I think this is my third look that I've done with this palette over the past couple of months, but this is also like one of the only Odin's Eye palettes that I've been using, but this was like the only Odin's Eye palette that was in my summer palette rotation. So I'm glad I've been able to get some more use out of it. So I used Habitat in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with Kingdom, and then I also used Kingdom on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I just went in with Familiar because I've been dying to use this shade again. This shade is like so freaking stunning on the eyes. This is such a good palette. Like if you're looking for a good, just easy, punchy summer palette, this is so beautiful because this one performs so much better than the Flora Story one. The Flora Story palette is the worst Odin's Eye palette that I have in my collection. It's just not really that great. This one performs exactly the way that Odin's Eye shadows are supposed to perform. It's just so beautiful and punchy. And then for the lower lash line, I went in with, well, for the inner corners, I went in with Fauna because I wanted to use that multi-chrome on the inner corners. And then I took a bit of Majestic and popped that on the front portion of my lower lash line. And then on the outer part, I used the shade Pride to add that pop of like pinky purple. And it was just such a pretty look because I was wearing like an orange, green, and like purpley tie-dye t-shirt. And I knew that this palette would be perfect to pair with that. And I've been having that look in mind when I was able to wear that shirt finally. So I was really happy with that look and it looked so pretty. And then for the liner, that's when I went in with the Peach Fuzz liner from ColourPop. And then for my lashes, I actually went in with another new mascara that I picked up. So I just primed my Essence Lash Primer, and then I used the new, well, this is not that new, but this is a new brand to me. I used the Ami Collet, the Lash Amplifying Mascara, and this is a really good mascara too, so I've been really impressed with this one and the Valentino one, so I'm excited to use them again. This is really nice, and also I love this like neon orange packaging. But this one is also like $15 cheaper than the Valentino one, and I would say they're actually pretty close dupes for each other. This one made my lashes really long, and so did the Valentino. I would say the Valentino is a little bit more curling. This one is just very lengthening, but it was still really, really nice. And then I just used my Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes as per usual. And then for my face, I primed with the Do It spray, and then I just used the Say Star Glow Super Gel Primer because I didn't want to use anything that was too tacky or like not sensitive enough for my skin. So I just used that. That's always the primer I use if this happens ever again. And then for my foundation and concealer, I just went in with the same ones that I used on Sunday, the Makeup Forever HD Skin in the shade 1R02 R210, and then I used the coinciding concealer in the shade 1.1N. I didn't say the shade name in the other clip. And then I just set my face with the Dior powder, and then I set my under eyes with the House Labs powder just because that one's a bit more lightweight, and still my skin was feeling a bit dry that day. I mean yesterday, so I just used a lightweight powder. And then for my bronzer, I just went in with my House Labs bronzer in the shade Light Level 1 just because I knew I wanted to use the new House Labs blush that I picked up. I was originally going to use the Makeup by Mario blush, like the orange one that I got. But then I was like, I felt like that this blush was going to look so pretty to tie in the lower lash line that I did with the purple. So I decided to go into the House Labs Color Fuse blush in the shade Lavender Blonde, and this is the brand new color that she came out with. Actually, I think this has been out for like a month, but this is the newest shade in the House Lab blushes, and I really, really wanted to pick up this shade. It's such a pretty lavender pink, and I really liked how it looked yesterday. It looked really pretty, so I just used that. So that's the first time I've used that. And of course, it performs beautifully. And then for my highlighter, I just decided to go in with my Oden's Eye Soulmate 2 Moonlight Feels highlighter in the shade, it doesn't say the shade name on the box, which is weird, but now I have to open it up and hopefully not damage the hell out of my nails. I'm so out of breath already. I don't know why this happens lately. Let me just take it out. This one's the shade H103 Warm Sunshine. So I just wanted to use this yesterday because I didn't really want to use the Gwen Stefani one because, again, it's scented and I've been trying to stay away from scented products lately. So I might just use that on the weekend at some point, but this is the shade Warm Sunshine. I've used this highlighter a ton and I just love it. It always looks beautiful. And I just wanted to use a highlighter formula that I know would show up no matter what condition my skin was in, and it still looks stunning. So yeah. And then for my face, I just set it with the Milk Makeup Spray, of course. And then I just set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow again. And then for my lips, let me just find my lip product, which always takes me oh, they're right here. For my lip product, I wanted to go in with the new Clarity liquid lipstick that I have, but for some reason I just could not find it for the life of me yesterday. I don't know where the hell it went. I haven't even worn it yet, and I already can't find it. I have the box for it, but I can't find the lipstick, so I don't know what the fuck I did with it. So I just went in with my lip liner from ColourPop in the shade Minuteman, and then I used the Rare Beauty lip oil, because these aren't really lip oils. They're more like tinted lip. They're more like a lip tint, and this is the shade. That's why it's called a tinted lip oil in the shade Joy, because I just wanted to use that, and I wanted to use like a lightweight lip product. And then I just topped it off with a little bit of the Fenty Beauty gloss in the shade Cheeky. It's such a pretty like orangey gloss. So yeah, that's it. So we'll see if I wear makeup today, and then I'll just say my makeup look like tomorrow or something. I don't know, but I've kind of fallen behind because I didn't wear makeup on Monday. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I'm sorry that I haven't been filming the actual clips as I've been wearing the makeup. It's just because when I get ready, I literally just have to like leave the house after that because I went to go see the Barbie movie today and I had to use, you know, all of my Barbie products that I have in my collection already, but the movie was everything. And I'm not saying this because you just need to go see it because everybody else is seeing it. It's not like that. It's just there hasn't been a movie that has been quite like this in such a long time, where it's like it was a comedy, it just made you laugh, made you cry, but they like nailed the way that Barbie was portrayed to the public perfectly, like with all the scrutiny about how thin Barbie was, about, you know, having unrealistic expectations of the way that she looks, about always being on heels. It was just so good, and I could not imagine anybody else playing her besides Margot Robbie. She is drop dead gorgeous. Oh my god, one of the most stunning human beings on the planet. She's just so gorgeous. I could not imagine anybody else playing her, but she brought such a like it down to earth kind of way of playing Barbie, and she was amazing. And Ryan Gosling, oh my god, he's hysterical. So anyway, of course I had to do a pink look today for the movie, so I showed you guys that clip, and I love how my makeup turned out. I love this palette so much, and I always forget like how much I love it until I use it again, and it's such a good fucking palette. So I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and my eyes were totally fine today, and even after I took off my makeup today, my face was a lot less red and irritated. It's just like slightly red right here on my cheeks, but besides that, it's not like itching me at all like it did on, I think it was Tuesday night, because I didn't wear makeup yesterday. I've been wearing makeup every other day just so I can give my face a break, but I think from now on I'll be able to wear makeup again more frequently. But I think I might start taking more breaks from makeup lately, like maybe once a month. Because it's been nice. It's actually been kind of, you know, freeing to not have to wear makeup every day. I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to make sure my skin was okay because it really was so bad on Sunday and Monday morning especially. Oh my God. It was terrible. I can't even look at the videos of my face because it just upsets me because not because, I mean, it looks fucking awful, but like when I look at the video, it makes me feel the pain that I did. It was awful. So it hurts so bad. It was so terrible. I'm so glad it went back to normal now, but it was really scary, honestly. Allergic reactions can kill you, so please do not uh not take them seriously. Like seriously, I'm gonna stress that. So anyway, and then I used the Dewdrop lip oil, and then I set my face. Can I speak? Set my eyes with the Dior Backstage powder, and then for my eyeshadow palette, of course, I had to go into my Malibu Barbie palette by ColourPop, and I had to do a pink look with this. And honestly, I really love how my makeup turned out. And it's so funny because when I think my makeup looks great, no one says anything. But when my makeup looks like shit, that's when everybody's like, oh my God, your makeup looks so good today. And I'm always like, what? I'm like, are people only saying this to make me feel better about how shitty my makeup looks that day? Or are they actually being honest? But I just think the look turned out so pretty. So I only used 5 shades in here. I went in with the 4 pink shades and I just went in with the brown, and that was it. And it looks so pretty. So I just used Boardwalk in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Best Coast, and then I used Zuma Beach on the outer corners, and then I used the shade Follow the Sun all over the lid because of course I had to use the pink shimmer. And then I went in with Vintage Doll on the inner corners, and then I went in again with Boardwalk on the lower lash line, and that was it. And it looks so pretty. I just love the way that these shimmers look on the lid. They're not the most super pigmented shimmers ever, but they're so super sparkly and soft on the lids. It just looks so beautiful, and the mattes are just so incredibly easy to blend, and they're not super fucking pigmented. They're just so soft and girly on the eyes. It just looks so good. I loved it. So yeah, of course I had to use this palette, so happy I got to go back into it today. And then I just used Blanc Type on the brow bone. And then for my eyeliner, I used an older eyeliner, but I did want something a little bit pinky toned. So I decided to go in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Boots. This one's pretty old, but it worked just fine, and it just added like a hint of like a pinkiness to the waterline. And then of course, I used the Essence Lash Primer to prime my lashes. And then for my mascara, I used the Magnificent Striking Volume Mascara All Day Wear in the black. Of course, I don't know why I'm saying the shade. It's a freaking mascara. Obviously, it's in the shade black. But I really have been enjoying this mascara a lot. So even though the packaging is a little bit cheap, I think that it's a great mascara. So I'm glad I tried it. It's pretty good. And then for my face, I just went in with my 2 favorite products at the current moment. I just used my Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes, and that was it for the eyes. And then for my face, of course, I used the Do It spray and then my Say Star Glow Super Gel Primer, and those were both fine on my face. And then I just went in with the Makeup Forever HD Skin Undetectable Stay True Foundation and the Coinciding Concealer. This concealer is friggin' amazing. And this foundation, it's so beautiful on the skin. I've been obsessed with these, and I want to wear them literally every single time I do my makeup. This concealer is the best concealer I have tried in a really long time. It's not just so easy to blend out and it's so blurring and it has a beautiful coverage underneath the eyes. It doesn't crease for like hours. And I'm like, what is this magical concealer? Like, I think that this is the best concealer I've tried over the Tarte and over the LYS concealer. That's how much I love this one, because this one doesn't crease as much as the other two do. I mean, the reason why I love those two is because they don't really crease as fast as half of the other concealers I've tried. It's such a beautiful concealer. I don't know what they did with these, but they are both magical. I love both of these on my skin. So I literally just want to use this foundation every single time I do my makeup. I love it, like when I go out, because it just looks so effortless, but it makes your skin look flawless, but in the most like natural way. It is so stunning on the skin. So, and it lasts a really long time as well. I love it. And then I set my face with the Dior powder, and then I just used my Pat McGrath powder underneath my eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I used my Gucci bronzer because I wanted to use a bougie bronzer. So I went in with my Gucci in the shade 01. I love this bronzer so much. And then for my blush, I wanted to use a new blush that I got from Sephora because I haven't been able to try them because I haven't been able to wear makeup as often. So I really wanted to go in with the new Dior blush that I got. This is the Dior Backstage blush. This is a color reviving powder blush in the shade Rosy Glow, and I actually thought that this blush was going to be a little bit too mauve-y toned for it to go with the look that I was going for, but this was absolutely perfect, and it's a lot more pinker on the cheeks than it is in the pan, but not like a super hot pink. It's just like such a beautiful rosy blush, and I already like this formula a hell of a lot more than the older formula. It's more pigmented, but it blends out so softly and beautifully. It kind of reminds me of the formula of the Gwen Stefani Duo blush. It's kind of almost the same, but this one might be even more pigmented. But it blends out so nicely. It's so buildable and it builds quickly, but it's not like, oh my god, I put too much blush on. It just looked really, really beautiful on the skin. And then for my highlight, of course, I had to use my Barbie and ColourPop Beach Party highlighter because I love this highlighter. This is such a stunning gold highlighter. And of course, I had to use it for the movie. Duh. This is one of my all-time summer favorite highlighters, so I used that guy. Sorry if it's like a little bit damaged, but that's the issue of the packaging of this. They really didn't do a great job with the packaging. Like, a lot of people complained about, you know, the quality of the packaging of the highlighter. The eyeshadow palette was fine, but for some reason the quality of the highlighter was not that great. And then I just set my face with my Milk Makeup spray, and then I set my eyebrows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I used the ColourPop lip liner, if I could find it. Sorry, these clips are so long, but like, I don't know why I have to talk for a million years. I used the ColourPop liner in the shade Good and Plenty. And then I finally went in with the Ultra Blotted Lip from ColourPop that I got. Like, I think I got this like almost 2 weeks ago, and I haven't had a chance to use it yet. And this one's in the shade Still an Icon. And I don't know if I love this new formula. It's okay. But honestly, it's not really that much better than the older blotted lip formula. I never really was a huge fan of the blotted lip. This one just feels like it's a little bit more like the ultra matte lips now, but it's like a little bit less pigmented. Like it feels like a matte liquid lipstick when you put it on, but it's a little bit more sheer than the ultra matte lip. That's pretty much the only thing that they changed, is that they just made it more pigmented. Which, I don't know if I really needed to get this, if it's almost the same as the ultra matte lip. But it was a really pretty color, and it went beautifully with my look. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.